camera.
Got
that one.
camera,
or
right.
that one.
Camera over here.
Doesn't
You
matter.
guys got a choice. You guys have a choice.
We do.
Cody and I would pretty much. I mean, I could turn to this one. Say hello. Cody, what episode is this?
We good? I'm going to start the timer so I can follow here too.
Well, we've already started.
Ready? I know. I knew you guys would be editing already. Mitch is already in there scheming on that intro.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Pacers Gaming Podcast. You guys have some...
That throw you off?
It did. It did. I think this is episode 8. I'm thrown for a loop already. As always, presented by our partners at Salesforce. Shout out to Salesforce. Thank you so much. And today, you guys might see some faces you don't recognize, or maybe if you watched our Office Mates Lift video, which is on YouTube right now, isn't it? Is that video
It's on YouTube right now.
It's on
Or
YouTube.
Twitter. YouTube or Twitter. Both.
Make sure you open up another tab, Control T, get that open and watch that. But there's some people you could have seen on there, but otherwise maybe haven't. But this is our behind the scenes crew. And I'm going to throw it to Spence and let him introduce himself first.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Some of you maybe know me, some of you don't. My name's Spencer Martin. I'm the director of content production for Pacers Gaming. So me and Cody kind of head up this. We're the duo around here.
Back to back.
Back to back. Two-time champions right here. No, I pretty much do anything that you guys see. So I handle all the social media and the website, do the graphic design work, as well as all the video work. So like editing this podcast, because I'm not sure if Mitch, I don't know if you're going to get to edit this one.
Right.
This season we did have a couple interns with us. So this is like the behind the scenes crew for the season. Everyone but the team, pretty much. Minus Eddie White, but he already got his time on this podcast.
E-Pain's been here.
Episode, who knows the episode number?
Was it 2?
Pain. 2?
It had to be
2
3.
or 3. Something like that.
Ooh.
They know.
It wasn't the
We don't
second
know.
one.
It wasn't the second one?
I don't think so.
It might have been the third one then.
I think it was the third.
I'm throwing out 5. I think it
You
was
think
5.
it was 5?
Yes.
5 came to mind, but I felt like that should have been so late.
I think
In
it was
episode
5.
numbers?
And then we had Salesforce on 6. And then 7 might have been released. I'm not sure yet when this was released. So I'm pretty sure it was 5.
Pacers Gaming Trivia.
Oh, man. Look, we're probably going to do some betting on that one. No, we're not betting men. All right, guys. We should introduce the interns, I think. So the intern that helped me, we kind of both had an intern a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Mitchell Troyer,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Mitch. At least I call him Mitch.
Money making
Everybody does.
Everybody does?
Everybody does, yeah.
So Mitch was our multimedia intern for the summer. And Mitch, I'll let you introduce yourself, where you're from, what you're studying, and all that.
Yeah, for sure. So, like you said, my name's Mitch, and I'm from northern Indiana. So I'm native to Indiana, but not Indianapolis. But I did go to school here, and I went to Butler University around the area, just finished up, and I basically have been just helping out Spencer with everything that he mentioned, graphic design, video editing, and social media. And yeah, I've been learning a lot, so I've been enjoying it.
Cool. And we got one more intern. I'll let you introduce.
This is Connor. He was my intern. What was your title? Did we ever settle on an official title?
I don't think we did.
So he is everything and all things that Mitchell doesn't do and helps me on the other side. So like, I mean,
On the operations side.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
operations intern,
yes,
maybe.
Yeah.
perfect. You were the operations
we'll
intern
go
for Pacers
with that.
Gaming. There you go.
So yeah, like they said, my name is Connor. I'm from Carmel, Indiana, so pretty much Indianapolis. Grew up here, grew up a Pacers fan. I go to school at Butler University. I'm going to be a junior, studying marketing and finance. So I actually came in and met with Cody in January and had no idea that the 2K League even existed 6 months ago, and was able to get in here and learn quite a bit about 2K League, and so I've really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Where did you guys meet?
It was funny. So back in, let's see, it was in the off season last year, maybe in the winter time, we had a marketing class from Anderson University, which is also on the northeast side of Indy, probably about an hour away, actually. Someone had reached out and they were learning about esports and the business side. And
Shout out Dr. Stump.
Dr. Stump, Anna Stump. Yes, shout out if you're watching this. She brought her class in. It was a sports marketing class, and Spencer and I just did a presentation about Pacers gaming and what we do, and actually streamed it on Twitch, which was pretty cool.
That's right.
Too. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. And she somehow knew Connor.
Okay.
My brother had her. So it's really my brother. I got to thank my brother.
Gotcha. I
Nice.
didn't
It
know
goes
that.
back to him.
I didn't know that. So Anna asked if Connor could come in and just ask some questions about what we do. And
Yeah.
I wasn't sure I wanted an intern at the time, so we didn't even post a job description.
It wasn't even an interview.
Yeah, I had no
As
idea.
much as it was just, hey, this kid's coming in
Yep.
to talk to us. And so we sat down in here, I think, actually,
Yep, right here.
and talked for an hour.
And he was an outstanding young man,
Exactly.
stand-up guy. No, but he was super interested in learning what we do, and not even being. We can talk about this. Not a huge gamer himself,
Nope.
right?
Nope.
But a lot of people always ask, like, how do I get internships in esports, or how do I work in esports? And one good way is reach out, find a way to connect with someone in the industry, go and meet with them. He didn't even know it was an interview. It technically wasn't.
Right.
But he was interested. He's a smart guy, and I thought he could really help us, and he did. So just kind of clicked. I don't know.
Yeah, to be honest, so for you, it's kind of, someone that knows someone that knows someone kind of thing. And,
Yep.
and you reach out
That
and you
happens.
show interest, and then you interviewed really well enough that actually, because like Cody was super, like behind the scenes, Cody was really indecisive on whether or not he wanted to have an intern or thought he needed one.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
But it was
Thank you.
late in the game that he was like, you know what, I'm going to reach back out to Connor, because like he seems like a great dude. Like I feel like he could help around here. He could be the operations intern. He can help you, Spence, on whatever. So yeah, I had to move this couch from one side to the other a second ago,
Well done,
I have
Connor.
him moving a lot of
That's
things,
all I
pretty
do.
much. We're just setting up shots and things like that. But then, Mitch, I'll go ahead and let you kind of talk about how you got your internship, because I would, we have two different ways that they actually
Right.
got their internship.
Sure.
So like for people that are wondering how to potentially get internships, not only with us, but with any team or in esports or even in general,
Yep.
like I think these are two examples, two different ways of how to do that.
Yeah, it was kind of a unique experience because I think it was similar to the way that Connor went through, because you guys had come in, you and Wolf had come in and talked to my class at Butler. And basically, I mean, it was just like they played that video, the multimedia intern video, because I think it was uploaded at the time, and they explained the league. And I thought it was so interesting. And I think this is the biggest problem or like the biggest obstacle right now for us is just the exposure of the league.
Yep.
Because I had never heard about it. I'm very like interested in esports, and I watch Twitch, and I had not heard of the league before. And I just thought this was a perfect opportunity, and my professor was able to connect me and give me a good reference. And yeah, so I mean, I applied for the job like a normal job, I guess, but they still came in and talked about the league, and I got to meet them firsthand. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the backstory on that, we had probably just recently put out like help needed, like I put out a little video explaining, hey, I'm looking for a multimedia intern, someone to help me on the other side of this camera right now. And we put that out on Twitter, and then we had the actual job posting, so like you could find it on any of the job search type of sites and apply through that way. And I feel like that is how you applied, was through there, through sort of the traditional way. And then not long after I'd shot that video, released it, he went and took that video with Wolf to that class and played it. You happened to be in that class. And then you probably applied after that.
Yeah.
But then you had a reference with someone who, once again, someone who kind of knows someone. So you had a little bit of reference, and then we were able to take a closer look at your portfolio and everything. And one thing led to another. Now you're on a podcast.
Yeah, and I actually didn't have anything esports in my portfolio before. I created that design brand specifically for this position, and I think that was really valuable just because I got a lot of practice out of it, and I think that the people who are interested in you get to see that you are really interested in the position, and I was. So yeah, I'm just happy for this opportunity, and I think it's been a great time to learn.
For me,
You came to Butler and didn't tell me?
This was before. I think it was before I knew you at all. So yeah, I didn't. You were just a blip on the map at that point, Connor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And really for any creative field that you're applying to, just from some advice, I would say like the first thing I clicked on was your link to your portfolio. Like I didn't look at your experience. I didn't read your cover letter, that is supposed to be the thing that you think they'll look at that first.
The checkbox.
But I have, 100 people to go through. So
Right.
I got to find out if you're creative, if you can do the work that I'm looking for. You had built this website and done a little like sample project that's geared toward eSports. I had no idea that you had just done that, but that was smart of you. And when I got there, I was like, this is clean. This looks good. Like, I feel like this kid can probably do the work. And then I start digging in some more. Then I go and read your cover letter. I'm like, all right, he wrote a fine cover letter, like it's not like a bunch of grammar errors. I feel like he could handle posting to social media. And that's where you ended up getting the interview. And once you're at that stage, you got a good shot, to stand
Especially
out.
if you come in and don't even know it's an interview and get a job. Right?
Yeah. This guy
hanging out.
really
Pressure.
nailed it.
No, that's awesome. I think that's great advice for anyone who's listening or watching who's interested in working in esports. There's a variety of ways, but I think what it really comes back to, it seems, is like networking. It's always who you know.
100%.
How are you willing to get yourself out there? And I think Connor's done an outstanding job of that too. Obviously, networking to get to here. But talk a little bit about, Connor, what you did before you were an intern here. Where did you work? And then, we produce champions here as interns. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but JoJo was my intern last year. He just won a 2K League championship.
Big shoes
so
to fill.
I'd like to hear what you did before and how you're going to be a champion after you leave here now.
Oh gosh. So I'm a manager with the basketball team at Butler University. So that took up a majority of my time, a majority of my summers, really, because I'd work camps and there'd be workouts and stuff. So I did that, and I think that was a big reason why you
Yep.
really liked me too, is because I had some basketball experience. So I do that on campus and really enjoy that, and get another perspective into basketball and into sports, and learning more about the game. I grew up playing basketball, and so that, grew up a Butler fan playing basketball. So that's something that I really enjoy. And last summer I had an internship with a company up in Westfield that prints t-shirts called My Logo Shop. So I interned with them and did some spreadsheet stuff and just some tournament, handling some selling t-shirts at tournaments, stuff like that. So that was kind of my background and experience coming into this. How I'm going to be a champion when I leave. I don't see myself being on a 2K team next season. You never know.
Qualifiers are coming up.
You never know.
They're coming up.
But I doubt that I will be on a 2K team competing for a championship. But I will be a champion when it comes to my academics. And when it comes to networking, I'm good at networking.
There we go. Yeah.
So I'm going to keep networking and keep finding new opportunities, and whether that's here with the Pacers or whether that's with other companies. I'm interested in the agency world, so getting contacts in that industry, and hopefully one day maybe we'll be representing 2K athletes one day. So you never know.
That's awesome.
Now, some of that sports background, basketball background came in handy, right? Like, didn't you have him doing some things that are related to basketball?
I did some scouting and stuff like that.
What exactly did you do?
So when we would play, whoever it was coming up on the week, Cody would give me one or two of their best guys, and I would go through and just watch film on their guys and what their habits were, what they tended to do off pick and roll, because that's a big part of 2K. So yeah, I just would watch the other teams and pick up on what they did and what their tendencies were, stuff like that, and wrote them down and send them to Cody and 2K Lab Matt. So
there you go. I'm interested to hear both your perspectives, Connor, from more like being out here while the guys were practicing. You watched film, you helped us, strategically come up with some ideas to motivate the guys to play hard in practice. So I want to hear like your thoughts on what makes a good 2K player and team. And then for you, Mitch, just like behind the scenes editing videos, like who are these guys' personalities? Like what makes them enjoyable and fun to watch behind the scenes? Because I bet we have quite a few people who want to be in the league and want to be in their spots. And I think those are two big parts of what makes a professional 2K player. So
go ahead, Mitch.
fire away.
Yeah. So first, editing the content. I think the average person would think that I know everything about Pacers gaming, but I feel like I'm almost spacing out when I'm editing everything all day. When I listen to it over and over again, sometimes like it just goes in one ear and out the other. But after a while, I noticed that a lot of it has soaked in. Like I've not understood a lot about really the 2K game itself. Just after editing those tutorials, I think you would think I would, but I have learned a lot about the players.
Yep.
And I think that what makes them so interesting is that each one of them is just genuine to who they are. Like they're so unique. Like they'll have big personalities, but they're all so different. And I just think that it's been a real joy to like watch the team. It's like not only are they great players, but they're also great entertainers. And I think just the big thing, if you want to be in 2K and you want to be in the 2K league, just be genuine, just be yourself and practice. And I think that that'll be the key to success for you.
And when we're editing those videos, like you mentioned, genuine, kind of being entertainers, some of that definitely makes it easier on us to create good content to post
Definitely.
on Pacers Gaming, and for people to actually enjoy watching those things. So having some personality, being willing to kind of get out here in front of the camera and crack jokes or just have fun with whatever it is that like we as the content creators are asking you to do, really helps us, especially build your brand too.
Right.
Because that's one of the biggest things. Like for me, I think about my role is obviously to build Pacers Gaming brand, but I also see it as like an opportunity for me to help these guys build their brands and show that they're good content creators as well in front
Absolutely.
of the camera.
I really enjoyed experiencing this because I think that this is a very new industry and this is new for all of us. So we're definitely growing a lot, and the content side has grown a lot. And I think not only just for the editing and post-production, but like just being here, we're more comfortable talking to each other with a camera in front of us. All the guys I could see in the tutorials, like at the very beginning, they may be a little bit reserved with their words, but in the Rate My Builds, they really enjoyed those videos and they got some good conversations going. So I think throughout the season, things loosened up, and I think that we are growing a lot. So yeah, with the Rate My Build, as much as we could put them in their element, they really start to shine. Yeah.
Yes. All right, Connor, what about from a competitive sports perspective from you for the guys?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I did not know this existed 6-7 months ago. So just like every other person that really doesn't know it exists and doesn't know much about esports, you kind of go into it like this isn't really that serious. It can't be. But it is. It absolutely is. It's a team. It's a team sport. You have to have people that are competitive, that want to win, that will work together to do it, because it's 5 guys on a court just like regular basketball. And what I've noticed myself when I've started watching the games at home when you guys are traveling on the road, you forget that it's 2K. You're sitting there watching and you just want to score. You just want to win like normal basketball. Yep. And I think you really see that. We're out here at practice and you got to motivate them. You have to, we're at practice, you're doing the same reps over and over. It can get tedious. It can get boring. just like regular sports do. If you're shooting 100 free throws, you can, by the 30th free throw, you're probably getting a little bored.
Yeah.
So you have to find ways to keep them motivated, just like regular sports. But team guys, I think, are underrated in this league. I think guys that not only are good at playing 2K and can score and, like Mitch said, are entertainers, but guys that just are willing to put team success above their personal success. That goes a long way. So if that's you, you might be able to make it. If you're good at playing 2K and you can put the team above yourself, then you got a shot.
And go ahead, Spence.
Well, I was going to say, on that note, we talk about building your brand and representing yourself in social media and all those aspects. At the end of the day, you're really good at 2K and you make the draft pool, but there's, just like last year, there's going to be less draft spots and more people who qualify for it than there are spots available. That's what I'm trying to say. But that's where you're going to have to stand out in the interviews, like with Cody. You're going to have to stand out in what we can go find on you, whether it's streaming, whether it's looking through your social media, because we do that. Go through your social media. We kind of get a picture of who you are through that.
Yeah, that's important.
100%. And I think even more so, we learned in the first 2 years, I only have so much information on these guys and girls, meaning their combine stats, which is they play pickup games essentially for a month, which is all well and good and contributes a little bit to, our decisions. But like Connor said, social media, and like Spencer said, do you have a YouTube channel where I can go watch who you are and get to know you like face to face? It makes a difference, because I don't want to draft somebody with a Naruto picture in their Twitter profile. I don't know who you are at all, where you're from. Like,
no knock against Naruto, because Man in a Car was a big fan.
Correct. Dame was a big fan of Naruto.
At least have your picture in there too.
Like, I remember people in the draft pool last year who it's hard to take seriously if it doesn't seem like you are, they just talked about how serious this really is. And I highly recommend putting yourself out there. Again, it's like networking in the real world. It's the same thing online, because it gives us a better picture of how you fit in our organization if we think you can help us win, which is our ultimate goal, of course. So don't be afraid to put content out there as you're going through the combine, and stream games, post on YouTube. Anything like that helps along the way for sure. That's my pitch. I can't wait. That just got me juiced to scout.
It's coming up.
Cody's got chills.
It's coming up.
I'm ready.
Last year it was in the fall, late fall.
Yeah.
So, hey,
could be earlier than that. Who knows?
Could be sooner. Could be later.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to our stuff, because we're going to let you know as soon as we can.
For sure.
As soon as we can. Dude, you know how much I'm freaking out right now, because all the content guys are right here. Nobody's behind that camera, and nobody's behind that camera, and nobody's at the sound thing right there.
It's awkward.
So if this thing is messed up, I'm going to be so depressed.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't check everything.
Did we hit record?
That's usually,
Did we hit record on the cameras?
I definitely think I hit record. It's like, did you leave the oven on? I don't know. I hope I did.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Usually, so in the back of these podcasts and some of the other episodes, you'll see me. We kind of cut it out sometimes, but you'll see me walking back and forth, because I go between these two cameras and I'm making sure it's like in focus. I'm making sure the sound's on. I'm checking the levels down here, make sure nobody's talking too loud, too close to the mic and all that. I can't do that this time. So I'm like literally freaking out on the inside a little bit.
This could be an audio
Spencer the perfectionist.
only. Yeah. This could be an all black screen on YouTube and just us talking.
Oh no.
We'll get a picture of us at the end.
Right. We'll just everybody stop.
I think my computer's frozen. I can still hear it though. Yeah. That'll be all the comments.
Right. We'll just be like, I think that's your computer. I think that's something on your
You're watching it wrong.
Right.
That's what it is.
Can't be.
You want to talk about video games, or do you have something?
You
else?
read my mind.
I know.
It was going straight to Mario.
I mean,
Kart.
I got 5 for 5 on Lyft. I know
Mario
so
Kart.
much about you.
That was rigged, by the way. Go watch the video. You'll see it was rigged. It was rigged. So Mario Kart.
I forgot about that.
Mitch was.
Mitch
you
is
were
a
in that,
legend.
right?
A
You were in
legend.
that.
Yeah,
everyone was
Mario Kart.
Mitch is a legend at Mario Kart. Let me tell you.
What games do you guys play? Let's talk about
You
gaming.
go first for games.
I play 2K.
Yeah.
I
Play
mean,
2K.
I grew up playing 2K, and I played a little bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare and a couple of the Call of Duty games when I was younger. But pretty much I just play 2K now. I recently got that Spider-Man.
I've
video
heard that,
game.
Yeah.
I've heard that was
I
really
loved
good.
it. It was hard,
Yeah.
but I loved it. So I played that. But pretty much I just play 2K.
Yeah.
Because I'm a basketball fan, and yeah,
I
love
watched
playing basketball.
some Spider-Man streams, and it looks ridiculous. Like
It's
because
hard.
because I haven't looked at like an action adventure game. I haven't looked. I've been a
Yeah.
little bit out of gaming for a little while, and then
Right.
back into the battle royale stuff recently. But like back in the day, I used to play those types of games.
They're fun.
And it is so much better now. Like there's so many different things you can do. It looks awesome. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is everything we wanted games to be back, 10 years ago when we were playing these, when you just had like a set of moves that you could do.
Yep.
Did you buy 2K like every year? Like when you say
Yeah.
you grew up playing it, it was like,
Yeah, every year when
Yeah.
it came out. It originally was I could share it with my brother,
Right.
so we would just split it. He moved out, so now we both have to buy our own,
Gotcha.
which is irritating because they cost a lot of money.
It does. It adds up every year.
But it's well worth it.
what did you play? Like what modes? Did you play like the actual NBA teams? The My
Yeah, I
Team
usually
stuff?
would play like I would do the My Season or
Yeah.
My Career. I did those a lot. And then other than that, it's just playing with friends and doing randoms and like random teams and
So you ever
and
make
playing.
you ever make players? Like make your,
like on
make
My
your guy?
Career?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
like you create a player.
What,
and then you
what
go
position
through.
do you like to play then?
Usually shooting guard.
Okay.
Shooting guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little Pure Sharp.
Little Swizzer.
Yeah.
Swizzer for the
Shout out
boys.
Swizz.
Hey, off-ball moves are coming up.
They are.
2K20.
They are.
So you can actually, there's like moves you can do off
Yeah.
the ball, like jukes and stuff to
Really?
get open. Yeah. That'll be huge for shooting guards, I think.
That
I'm sure
will
that
be.
changes a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's how you score. Even real basketball, 2K,
Yep. Yep. That's gonna
moving
be
without
fun.
the ball.
It'll be interesting.
And maybe even before we get to Mitch,
Yeah.
you might see a video discussing 2K20
Oh, yeah.
coming
We're about
out.
to go to the other room, use that camera over there, and record a
Right.
video on 2K20.
So check our YouTube channel, guys. Just make sure you scroll through.
Actually, you know what? That one's probably already posted.
Yeah,
By the time this one comes out,
that's true.
we've already
That's
posted that
true.
one. So you've already seen it.
Hope you enjoyed it.
This is when we had the idea. Yeah.
What games do you play, Mitch?
Very different world from Connor over here. I like the single player games, honestly, or just like the 4-player co-op games. Like I'm big into Nintendo, I guess, so that's like their thing. Like Zelda, Borderlands isn't on Nintendo, but that's one of my favorite games. Trying to play through Dark Souls. I don't know if any of you guys
I've watched it.
You've watched it, yeah. Trying to play through that, that's definitely a challenge in itself. But yeah, I just play a lot of single player games, I feel like. I think the first game I actually started off with was Halo 3.
My guy.
That was
Ooh.
the first
Cody.
game I owned
We're
myself.
getting
I had
into
the Xbox 360. So yeah, I remember that. I enjoyed playing that online. But eventually I just kind of like once I became busier and everyone's schedules got so busy, I just find it easier to play single player games just because I can do that on my own time. Don't have to rely on anyone else's schedule, but it's been a lot of fun.
Did you play Skyrim?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See, I think Oblivion was my last single player game that I really got
Did you play
into.
Morrowind?
Also played
before
that one.
Didn't play Morrowind, but
Oh man,
2K let
I was
Matt
learning
did.
the songs on piano. I was playing I played so much Morrowind and Borderlands 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So much. So like Mitch and I are a little bit more in line,
Yeah.
and then you guys got some of the more sports games, but Cody's got a lot of FPS too.
Yeah.
Cody
But,
does everything.
Yeah, Cody,
I dabble.
Cody's a gamer.
Little League of Legends
He's a
lately.
gamer.
Ooh.
Yeah. How's that
Yeah,
going? How's that
Cody's-
going?
I
Cody's
love it,
way into
dude.
League now.
I just hit level 30 last night so I can play ranked.
Nice.
I'm a Tristana main, if anybody knows who's watching. So, dude, I did not think I would enjoy League because I've never played games like that. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the one genre. You played Warcraft 3.
Right? Yeah. a
I
lot.
never played that, never enjoyed it, but got into League like a month ago and I just cannot put it down. I love it. It's so fun. It's so
Yeah.
fun. So,
It's so analytical now. I feel like
Yeah.
for you,
Yep.
there's like that side of it,
Yes.
and then it's just like strategy. It's
I
strategy
really
and, like,
enjoy that
analytics.
side of the game.
Yeah, it was like, I think I was hesitant because of how much goes into it to be good. And I
Yeah.
like winning and being good. So I never thought I could put in the time.
That's what websites are for.
Right. And then I was like, oh, there's websites that tell you exactly what to do. Hey, this is easier than I thought. And there's still like a massive skill gap and a huge
yeah.
learning curve. But I've been craving a game like that a little bit. So it's been fun to get into and try to get better. So
Yeah.
How
We'll
old
see.
is League? 10?
10 years.
Ooh.
Yeah.
2009?
2009.
So it's funny how, and obviously they update it, so it's not like
Right.
the same game as it was in 2009. But
Right.
it is interesting how there's like a cycle of that. Actually, I have a cousin, Cody, who was big into Fortnite for a couple of years, and I convinced his parents to let him start streaming and all this stuff. They were worried about it. But it's actually interesting because he's just getting into CSGO. And that thing has been
Ooh.
out for
Yeah. That's
A
7
while.
decades.
Yeah.
7 years.
7 years.
Okay.
So when did that game really start? Is that a different iteration of it? Like 7 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
So CSGO was
CS.
2012, CS Source was 2006, and then 1.6 goes back to like 2001.
Yeah.
So Counter-Strike's been out.
It's like
for-
built on itself throughout,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that's kind of what I was getting at. Is it's like a game that is so old, but like a new generation's coming around to it.
Yep.
And you're coming around to League, which has been out forever. You've known it. I kind of like that. I like seeing games that can like last through multiple sort of
Yep.
generations of gamers.
Right.
But
For sure. It's going to be interesting to see what the next genre of games is. Like Battle Royale
That's
just
Right.
the big one.
burst on the
Blew
scene.
up.
Auto chess in the last
Auto chess is
3
big.
months is huge, and with Dota and Teamfight Tactics. So it's going to be crazy to see how the video game world and esports evolve.
so is the Teamfight Tactics considered like an auto chess?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dota came out with auto chess, which uses their like characters,
Yeah.
sort of, and then Riot created Teamfight Tactics, which uses all the League characters. So
Okay. That came out this year, right?
yes, only a couple months ago, and Riot's working on a first-person shooter now and a fighting game, so it's going to be
Interesting.
First-person
interesting.
shooter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. A lot of fun things to look forward to in our world, for sure, especially Connor, because he plays a
gonna say.
variety of genres.
Yeah.
Connor, you getting 2K20?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to. Yeah, I will.
Coming out soon. Coming out.
Coming
When
out
does it
soon.
come out?
To a store near you.
November?
September 6th.
September 6th,
September.
I think.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
So
We're less
one-
than a month
1
away, baby.
Really?
I got to figure out
Less
what
than
Borderlands
September
3.
6th?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get it.
That
It's
comes
happening.
out too.
Yep.
By the way, believe it or not, we are already over the 30-minute
that easy.
threshold.
It's that
It
quick.
flies by when you're
It's that
having
easy.
fun,
I was
gonna
guys.
say.
Time flies. Time flies. Spencer, I'll let you do the outro this
man.
time. 'Cause I'm
I've
usually
watched-
rolling
I've watched
solo. out
7
here.
other episodes of this. Yeah. I never get to outro anything. Oh, man. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Thank you, Connor.
Thank you.
Mitch,
Absolutely.
For being here all season long, helping us out on the operations and content side.
Yep.
This, all 4 of us, were the behind the scenes for season 2 of Pacers Gaming. Shout out to Salesforce, our podcast sponsor, all year long.
All
Year
baby.
long. If you're on this camera right now, there's a logo right over here, I think,
Ooh.
or over there somewhere. It's going to
Wow.
be like right over there, I think.
Nice.
Little Salesforce logo. All right, you guys. Until next time, we'll probably film some podcasts.
We'll
in
be
the
back.
off season as well.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
I'll be back.
He's going to be a
back.
champion.
You're going to be a
I'm
champion.
winning next year.
Appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.
Boom. Thank you guys for real.
As Cody says, go Pacers.
Go Pacers.
Go Pacers.
Go Boomers.
Roll the music. Mitch, roll the music. Bum, bum, bum. 2K20 music. Actually, interesting.
I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up.